Jinx is one of the best hyper carries in Wild Rift, and man, I had a bunch of fun playing her today, and this is definitely going to be the build you want to go. So for the items, you're going to want to start with Storm Razor, Infinity Edge, Stasis, Runon's Hurricane, Guardian Angel, and Mortal Reminder. Now, if you don't want to go Guardian Angel, you could go Rapid Fire Cannon, Bloodthirster. I mean, there's many different types of items that you could go if you want to switch that out. Now, for the runes, you're going to want to run Lethal Tempo, Brutal, Adaptive Carapace, and Mana Flow Band. Now, Mana Flow Band is a must. You run out of energy so fast on Jinx, so I really recommend you to go this rune. And Lethal Tempo, I think, is honestly just the best because once you gain up your stacks of lethal, you're literally going to go crazy on the enemy team. And Brutal is super good because Jinx is definitely a little bit weak in the early game, and Brutal just does a good job of just jump starting her in the early game so she could do a lot more damage. And also, you could always change the green rune for Hunter Titan, Bone Plating, or anything like that. Now, for the spells, you're going to want to run Exhaust and Flash. And so, yeah, guys, in this gameplay, we go absolutely crazy, and I'm so happy because I've been trying to get a good Jinx gameplay. So with that, let's hop right on into the gameplay. All right, guys, we are now in the game, and yeah, man, Jinx is a really good champion, especially paired up with a really good support like Lulu or Thresh, or something that can set up kills for her. And in this game, I do have a Blitzcrank, which can work. Not optimal, but Blitzcrank can work. And obviously, if you are using the Star Guardian Jinx, you automatically do 100 more damage. So yeah, in this matchup, we're actually against a Vayne and Senna. And so what's nice about this is we have Blitzcrank, and Blitzcrank can actually make this lane a living hell for the enemy team because neither of them can really eat the pull in the laning phase. But right now our Blitzcrank is going and being annoying on the map, which is really good, while I'm in the bot lane farming up. And now I'm against two range champs, so I got to be careful. I can't get hit by both of them, so I am freezing the wave on my side. But look at my team's just doing a fantastic job on the top side of the map, already picking up first blood. Now, for some reason, the Vayne and Senna decided to roam from bot up to the mid lane, which I mean, I understand because then Diana rotated up to top, but I still don't think that was smart by them because now I get to shove really nice wave in for free, and I'm basically taking all this experience in solo, and like I'm just getting a lot of value because I wasn't denied any CS for being all alone. And yeah, so it's a really good start, and now I'm able to shove in the wave for the Vayne to dive the Vayne, but the Camille ended up going in turret range way too early, so I didn't even bother placing my traps. But it's okay because we do need to help the Camille get this scuttle, so we're just auto-attacking Senna, keeping our stacks. The Senna decided to flash, but she was slowed, and I decided to finish her off with my W. Now, I do have exhaust, so us and the Camille just need to take it slow. I'm waiting for the perfect moment. I'm stacking my lethal. I ended up exhausting the Diana, and we get the kill onto Diana, and now we're chasing Vayne. As you see, I'm using my movement speed to get ahead of the Vayne and then place my traps. So you really want to make sure you can, like, when you're chasing the enemy, you want to get ahead of them so that you can place the traps, and even if they don't hit the traps, they're kind of boxed in a little bit between you and the traps. So right there, that was perfectly well placed traps, and right here we had to stay and secure the blue buff. Now by accident I took the blue buff. Obviously I should give the blue buff to the jungler in that situation. I was gonna ult up there, but I realized that my team had it on lockdown. Another fantastic part about this is my wave is actually the enemy wave is slow pushing into me, which is fantastic because I get to reset and come back to a huge wave. And since I have 3 unique takedowns already, I mean, I'm not running any, I may be running Hunter Titan, so I could potentially have a lot to gain from those 3 things. But like, guys, look at how much damage the minions did right there. That was disgusting. But anyways, I do have my rocket, and the Senna is quite low, so it's pretty easy for us to set up some kills. Beautiful dodge kind of from the Senna. And I do also have my flash, so I really want to make something happen, but we do see that Graves is in the blue side jungle, so this means that he is ready to help kind of gank this lane, and you could already see him kind of trying to finish up his last creep to come up. So right now we do know that he is trying to position down here, and I'm being ready for it by setting up my traps in this little right next to the wall. I don't know why I placed, like, I shouldn't have placed them because obviously they didn't come forward, but right there the traps would have been really good because they're right next to a wall. So Those are a really good trap placement as well. So my Blitzcrank is kind of running up at them, and I was debating whether to exhaust, but the Blitzcrank didn't even have pull up, so that's why I didn't even bother exhausting. So we're going to shove this wave and reset, because it would be really nice to get the Storm Razor, but since their bot lane didn't reset, we still kind of have to stay and be a little bit more annoying. And also our Camille's on this side, but I have perfectly set traps to try to do as much damage as possible. I exhausted the Vayne, and now I'm going to use my rockets and just kind of play at range, right? Because I'm Jinx, I do not need to be in range to be getting traded auto attacks by the Vayne, but right there, just super beautiful. We were able to set up the kills and finish them off. That was really well played because of our positioning. And at this point, we're really fed, and Jinx does a really good job at finishing up turrets. The Graves did come down. I don't know if Graves has ultimate, so that's why I was really scared to like walk up to the turret. So I decided to reset, and honestly, this is a really good situation because we have first turret taken down, we're fed, we got Storm Razor, and I like to rush tier 2 boots, red tier 2 boots, because when I'm running Brutal, you're not really going to have much physical vamp in the build, so it's really important to go the red boots as early as possible so I could have that sustain. And I think that it's worth it. And right here we go over the wall to battle out this Graves, and I decide to ult the Graves and do enough damage, and then I start rushing this Vayne. And the Vayne has no chance of fighting me. Nice little guess on that W right there. But Vayne did end up getting out scot-free, basically. But we did end up killing the Graves and getting the Dragon, which is super good because basically the Graves leashed the Dragon for us. And this is Cloud Dragon. And what makes that so good is it allows me to be a little bit more mobile in team fights, and I'm even faster when it comes to getting my passive. Because I'm now super fast when I get my passive, and then with that Cloud Dragon, I'm literally going to be unstoppable. No one can run away from me. But guys, right here, I decided to swap lanes with the Mundo, but I did not expect to see a little Wukong coming out of the bush, and this fight is really bad because I exhaust the Wukong, and I ended up dying anyways, and it's like, this is unfortunate. I didn't even use my stasis because I'm just dead. And that is so bad. That's actually so bad for us because we just gave Wukong a huge bounty. And it's just annoying, man. Like, why was Wukong camping there? I mean, maybe it was really obvious, but like I was looking at the map, and I feel like it didn't really necessarily make sense for him to be camping that bush. But next time I will be careful since we do not have that top turret. And now, you would expect this area to be safe once again, right? But it is not, guys. Like, what is going on? So I decide to stasis to buy my team some time, and I immediately place my traps. I zap and flash backwards, and it's just a nice little kill. And right here, I was super tilted, so I actually typed in chat, and I said, nice one, because the Wukong really camped again. Like, come on. That's some weird behavior. Like, what? And the most annoying part is I had to burn my stasis and flash. Like, dude, that's crazy. Now I have nothing up for the next team fights, but like okay, sure, maybe the first time I should have obviously known that he was there, but the fact that Wukong camped there again, like he didn't even reset after the rift or getting that 800 gold bounty on me, like that's crazy that he didn't recall. And sadly we do end up losing our mid turret, but it's honestly alright. So as Jinx, basically what you want to do is get the most gold around the map, and that's why it was important for me to swap to the top lane, because there's still that outer turret left. But as you can see right here, I was going to farm some creeps, but then the Wukong was engaging on the Camille. So I set the traps, but then Wukong flashes. But look at me keeping my distance between Wukong. Look at this. Like, Wukong can't even auto-attack me, but then he was actually able to get onto me. And I auto-attacked a pink ward by accident, which was, like, really weird. That was really weird. But we ended up getting the kill. It was really good. I was able to stack my wave tempo, and honestly, sadly, the Camille did die. But like, dude, that Wukong's weird. And right here, I decided to rock it, but man, it was pretty close. Senna actually body blocked it. Actually, the Senna did get hit by the ulti. I'm curious if Senna wasn't there, if it would have hit Vayne. But it is what it is. Sadly, this game, I did not hit many cross map rockets. But it is what it is. And man, I just want to say, dude, this skin's auto attack sound is so nice and satisfying that going lethal tempo feels so nice because you just can hear that auto attack just constantly. And right here, we're coming back into the jungle, taking the red. And this game feels a little bit annoying, even though we're so far ahead, because of the pressure that this Wukong is applying. I mean, the Wukong was able to really hold his ground. Right here, I decide to ult again, but the fact that, like, I don't know how I didn't hit Senna. Like, I don't know what Senna's movement turned into, but I feel like that should have been easy. And right here, I need to be careful. I need to just let Wukong shove in the wave. I cannot 1v1 this Wukong. Like, I don't even have heal cutting, and Wukong built Divine Thunder, so it's very risky for me to be anywhere near him. And sadly, my teammates do not win that fight down there, especially since I'm not there. Like, I'm the main source of damage. I mean, we do have Orianna, and I don't even think Orianna was in that fight. Mundo's not going to be able to do much up against those type of champions, so it's really important for my team to team fight around me. But the one really nice thing is that I have Exhaust, and Exhaust works really well when either Wukong, Diana, or Graves are trying to get on top of me. And that's what makes Exhaust really OP in this current meta, because ADCs can run Exhaust. And yeah, it is super, super OP, especially against assassins like Diana. I can instantly exhaust her because she's always going to be looking for the carry. And so right here, Wukong is fighting my teammates. I am deciding to ult, but I want to make sure I do land it, and boom, I end up landing it perfectly, which allows my Camille to end up securing the kill. Now, this Wukong, man, is a menace. I will not lie, man. This Wukong is a menace with that champion. And right now, we start teams. They're making a really bad play right here, and I'm able to just stack immediately. I misplaced my traps, as you can see. I meant to put them on top of the Blitzcrank, but I wasn't able to. And right here, we're just waiting for the Graves so I could get my passive. And he was trying to run. I was debating whether to flash, but like, dude, that guy didn't even try to dodge the zap, which is weird. If I was against a really good player, I would have had to flash to finish that kill off, because a good player would have for sure dodged it. It was pretty obvious I was gonna zap right there. But that was huge. We were able to clean out that team fight, get the Rift Herald. I mean, now we're insanely strong. But look at this. The Wukong comes out of nowhere, and it's just like, bro, are you serious? I was going to flash, but I don't even know why I stasis. And I decided to place the traps and then flash and then try to finish off this Wukong. But he's so broken. Like, I totally misplayed that. I stasised way too early. But, like, dude, what is up with this Wukong? And why is Wukong so broken, guys? What happened? I didn't play too much during the summertime. I started playing a lot recently. Obviously, you guys saw when I've been uploading a lot. But like, what made Wukong so OP? Like, I'm just trying to think off the top of my head. I can't remember what they did to him. But damn, that champion just will not die, and it does 3,000 damage. It's ridiculous. So right here, the enemy team is starting up the dragon, which is smart. You see the Diana hopping right onto the Camille, zoning out the jungler, which is really important. When you're trying to start an objective, you want to zone the jungler out, and the Diana did a great job of that. As you see, the Graves was able to scare the dragon because she didn't need to worry about Camille coming over the wall, because the Camille did have to E away. So right here, I come in, I take the red, and I'm honestly clearing all the jungle, and I do have enough gold for my Runons, which is really, really nice, but we need to use this time to kind of push our lead. And right here, our Blitzcrank did land a pull onto the Senna, so it was super easy for us to just secure the kill onto Senna. And I wanted to keep going on this Graves because I did get my passive, and right here, we are just auto-attacking away. We get that kill. I was like, okay, bro, Vayne, you gotta go too. But the Vayne did end up going invisible. And she wasn't low enough for me to ult, so I couldn't really ult to kill her either. But yeah, maybe I could have exhausted Vayne right away, and I would have gotten that kill. But it's like, I kind of want to keep my exhaust up, you know, especially when I don't have stasis. I can't be wasting it. But right here, the Vayne decides to hop onto me. I place some traps, and I end up ulting, but she actually got her roll back up in time, so she ended up dodging it. So yeah, I have to come rotate for this Wukong, because the Wukong is kind of just smurfing on our team, and boom, we were able to get the kill onto Wukong. I exhaust Diana to not even give her a fighting chance, and this ended up becoming a close team fight. But right here, boom, 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 boom! Let's go, guys. I honestly can't believe it. I won that. I was keeping my hands near the stasis just in case, and right here, my teammates were able to go into the Graves. But since the Graves wasn't stasis, it's just an easy trap angle, and we lock him down. So right here, the enemy team kind of just chain entered into some free kills for us. And at this point, like, as Jinx, I have 12 kills, 5 assists. I mean, I already have 3 damage items. There's literally zero way of the enemy team for winning. And the main reason is, not only am I super scaled and do a bunch of damage, but no one on their team can eat a Blitzcrank pull. So that's the really interesting part, because Blitzcrank is obviously a meme champion sometimes, but Blitzcrank against an extremely squishy comp is literally broken. You have a chance to catch someone out 24/7 with this champion, which I think is really, really important. And that's why champions like Thresh and Nautilus can be super good against squishy comps, because if they engage and lock someone down, there is nothing that the enemy team can do about it. So right here, we got the blue buff, and we took the scuttle for Baron just to make sure we have vision on it, and I reset to buy this Guardian Angel. And the nice thing about this Guardian Angel is now I have my flash up for a fight. I'm about to have my exhaust, my stasis, and GA. And so right here, I'm looking at my teammates fighting. I'm getting anxious because the main damage dealer, which is me, is not there. I decide to rocket, and boom, we land the rocket onto the Senna. The Camille is securing the kill onto Vayne, and I'm trying to come in and clean up the scraps and get an auto attack range. The Wukong is fighting for his life, but it is not enough. And right here, I'm trying to come in, exhaust the Diana. I don't even want to give Diana a fighting chance. And as you can see, we get the passive onto myself, and I'm trying to finish off the Graves, but oh god, let's not talk about what that Blitzcrank just did. And right here, we take out the inhib, getting ready to end this game. I'm keeping my max range. I'm going to be autoing away, and we're going to try to finish this game out. Obviously, this Graves is trying his best, but boom, the Blitzcrank somehow steals my kill. I should have just kept autoing instead of ulting, but it is what it is. And boom, what a fantastic game. 14 kills on Jinx. Absolutely snowballing this game against just a really good matchup. So I hope you guys did enjoy the video. Make sure to like and subscribe, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.